We are live. Hey, everybody. Sound check, quick sound check. Make sure the audio is good. Guys, I'm excited about this update. This one is exciting to me. So let's see. Start it like always. Make sure the audio is good. You can hear me. We're going to get right into it. We got 6 people. We got 2 likes. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Patrick. Hi, Raymond. How's it going? Christine, hello. Sounds clear. Awesome. Thank you, Jenny. Patrick is here, as always. Sherry, you're here. Good evening. How are you? You made it. You made it, Jenny. Awesome. Hi, Tasha. Colin's here. Maria's here. How are we doing tonight? Is everybody healthy? Everybody's good? Keeping your sanity? I'm good. Thank you, Jenny, for asking. Patrick's good. I love it. Make sure you guys like this video. So YouTube says, hey, people like this. So join the Fixer community. Cheryl, you made it. How are you? So like I said, I'm pretty excited about this update because holding up. Sherry's holding up. Mama Fixer's here. Hi, Mama. Patrick, that's right. Hit the like button. So now I feel like things are going quicker. And I like quicker and smoother. And now we're in the finishing stages, and I'm pumped. So let me show you what we did since last time. So here we go. As you can see, I got my finish tools out right now. I got everything sanded. All the walls are sanded. Hey, Maria. And I've started trim. Started window trim. So I'm pretty pumped about that. And also, I did all the crown molding. So crown molding's done all the way around. I cut out all the holes for the lights. They're all nice and even. Nice straight line. Look, that's where I marked the holes on the insulation so I could take my measurements. Hey, TT! And it worked out perfectly. So, yep, all these are good. So yeah, now I'm doing trim, and it feels good. Like I said, it seems like it's going a lot quicker. I'll be able to paint soon. Leo from the UK can't sleep again, so here you are. All right, welcome. Mrs. Fixer's here. She's getting very excited. So Sherry, that's a good question. That's a question I get a lot, actually. Wouldn't it be easier to paint before I do the trim? So here's my thought on that. It might be easier. However, I like to have a nice tight seal right here. So I caulked all this in, as you can see. That's all caulked in. So if I was to, I have a good example of this. Okay, so if I was to paint this and then do the trim and then caulk it in and paint the trim, I'd have to touch all this up with the color, the wall color, because otherwise, we'll go over here. I did the best I could, but you'll have stuff like that little, you can barely see it. I know. Here we go. So, see the caulking there? Because this is a finished wall. Thank you, Leo. And I like to make sure I paint over the caulking because otherwise sometimes it cracks. So I was gonna prime this whole thing and then do the trim. Lots of progress. That's right, Mama Fixer. But that's why I do it, so that I can just do the caulking, make sure I paint over it and it doesn't crack. And if you don't paint over the caulking right away, it tends to crack and kind of cause a mess. And it's also very satisfying when you have the wall color and then you do the trim paint and paint this. And it's just very satisfying to see the nice finished trim. So that's why I do that. A lot of people ask that, and that's to each their own, you know. Do trim first, then paint. Look sharp, better job. Thank you, Christine. Yeah, so it's not gonna be long now. It really isn't. So the steps I have left, which sound like a lot of steps, but compared to everything I've been doing, they're not. It's not anything crazy. It's do the window trim on the rest of the 3 windows that I have. Then I'll paint the ceiling, and I'll paint the wall color, and then I'll do the floor, and then I will do the door trim, and then paint that and touch up. That's where I'm gonna have to touch up that. Jenny, thank you for the super chat. You're awesome. Love that. And then I'll have the electrician come in and do all this stuff and do the baseboard around where we do the floor. So, hey Sharon, how we doing? And that's it. Then we're moving furniture in. Miss Bang Gigi is asking what color. Super chat, Cheryl, it's basically it's a donation, I guess. And you get like a little, you can either get a sticker or you can get like your chat at the top of the chat room. Jenny, another one? Is that another one? Wow. Jenny's awesome. So that's what it is. That's a super sticker. Love it, Jenny. You're the best. So what was the other question? What was the question? I missed it. What color? That's right. Thank you. Mrs. Fixer, help me out. Let's see. I got the color right here. So let's check it out. Do. This is the color. It's like just tinted green from white. So this is bright white, basically. So that the wall color is going to be green. Obviously, the ceiling is going to be flat white, and the trim is going to be bright white as well. And that's going to be ultra high gloss. Sage, Mrs. Fixer says. I got it right here. There you go. Big difference from green. PPG. I've actually never used this paint before. We'll see how it goes. I'm hoping it covers well. I only got 2 gallons, which should be fine. Thank you. Yeah, it's very subtle. You missed the last 2 lives, Jenny. I'm sorry you did. I'm trying to keep to a schedule now, so. I have not, Sherry said, hey, contrast. So the kind of floor that I'm doing is hardwood. And it's going to be, so it's 3/4 inches thick. And I think it's going to be about 5 inches wide, and it's going to go this way. And it's going to be a dark but not dark type wood, almost like this right here. And yeah, so we haven't got that yet, but it should go pretty quick because it's wider, and I think it'll look good in here. Just a little dark, but the walls being bright, and the ceiling, and the all the trim. There's going to be a lot of white trim in here. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting this done, putting the time lapse out there. And I'm gonna tell you right now, there is a ton of footage that I have to go through for the time lapse, which I'm really looking forward to. And it'll take a while to get the time lapse out. Honestly, I've been working on it here and there, but it's a lot of footage, and most of it, like the finished part of it, is going to go so quick because there was so much leading up to that. So hopefully you're in the mood to watch a lot of demo and a lot of framing and that kind of stuff, and then yeah, and then the finish. And the finish is going to be satisfying enough. So it might not be as long as the other stuff, but there was a lot of work that I did in here. I mean, with the framing, as far as like putting the beam in and putting new ceiling joists in and tying all that stuff in, bumping all the walls out. I had to move the heat, put new heat in. There was just a lot of stuff. Level this floor out, cut the pad in the basement, and did that. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, everybody. You guys are the best. Obviously, I couldn't be doing this without you, these live updates. So I appreciate all of you. So yeah, I ended up going with a sill type window trim instead of just a picture frame. A picture frame would be if I had this piece up here and then this piece was cut straight like this. So yeah, I wanted to do sills, make it a little nicer. We decided not to do the Ian, what's up, buddy? How we doing? Yes, Leo. Huge time lapse of this, just like the bedroom. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be super long, and I'm pumped about it. We mentioned before that we were thinking of doing chair rail and raised panel or some kind of design here, but we decided not to do that for now. We can do it. We can always do it later, but for right now, we're not gonna do it. Just with cost and time and everything like that. But I think the brother number 2's coming in hot. Thank you, Cheryl. I am so happy it motivated you. I think the crown molding really adds a lot. Like if you see it against wall color right here, it really just adds something, Oh, I'm starting to glitch out. Hopefully my router can handle this. So one little funny thing. Oh, I also got the hardware for this door that came in. So it's going to be black hardware. It's basically a bar that just goes across here, and the door will slide on it. And I mentioned before, this door is going to be made out of floorboards that were in my attic. So I'm trying to keep pieces of the house in the house, So that'll be cool to have that right there. I'll just poly it and seal it. One funny thing though. Yes, nice and bright. Excited to see the new wall color. Yeah. I'm hoping that I can get the window trim done tonight and the ceiling painted and maybe the wall. But by the time I'm done the live, it might be 9 o'clock or so. I don't know. That might be stretching it, but I would love to see wall color tonight. I don't know if it's going to happen. But back to the funny story. So there used to be an opening right here. And, you know, obviously there was a wall right here. So what we did was we took all the furniture and we brought it through this doorway. I am feeling ambitious, Cheryl. And we brought all the furniture through there, the couch and everything. And I didn't even think about it before I closed that up. But the doorway here is way smaller, and I won't go in there because Mrs. Fixer's in there and I don't want to bother her. Royster, what's up, buddy? And so the funny thing about that is I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the furniture out. So I might have to, I'm planning on ripping this wall down anyways, but I might have to actually sawzall this wall because of this weird like jog here to get the couch and everything back in here. So yeah, that's something I knew was happening, but didn't really think about it and was just like, oh, whatever, well, let's just do this and get it done. So that'll be interesting to see when we go to put everything back in here. Why am I getting cut off? You guys still there? I got cut off. Every once in a while I get cut off. I'm going to have to get a new phone, I think. I got an iPhone 6 right now, so I'm behind on the times. Tasha, we are going to show this fully decorated and everything. Okay, still here. Awesome. TT, I appreciate, even though you're busy, you're stopping by. I love it. Buffering a bit, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that, but I mean, I know a lot of people nowadays are on Wi-Fi and watching a lot of things while they're quarantined, so might not be the best signal. But yeah, so that's what's going on. Doing finish work, pretty pumped about it. I'm doing the trim on the sides of the windows, and then I'm putting more insulation in. This place is going to be so well insulated. It's going to be nice and tight in here. Cheryl, the baseboards are going to be 3.5 inch, I think. It's going to be the same as this stuff over here. I'm just doing colonial trim. We're not doing anything super duper fancy. This isn't our forever home, if you will, but we want to make it nice, and I think even the colonial trim is nice. And Tasha and Sherry, yes, the heart. It's me and Mrs. Fixer. I left that for one night so she could see in the morning. So, yeah, coming along. All new windows, all new doors, super insulated. The floor tightened right up when I put this underlayment down and glued it. So, yeah. There's all my trim, all my colonial and my pine that I'm using for the windows and the doors. And then I just got to go pick up the flooring and the electrical. I got the paint. I'm pumped. It's been a long process and some crazy things have happened in between, but it's getting there. So I am pretty psyched. What type of floor tile will you put in? So the floor is going to be 3/4 inch hardwood. I was saying earlier. Brooke, how we doing? Thank you. Very nice. Awesome. And it's going to be kind of this color. And what? What are you talking about? Now we're gonna start an argument, me and Mrs. Fixer. It's similar to that color, Mrs. Fixer. Yeah, so I'll be nailing the hardwood with a flooring nailer. I'm gonna start right here. It's gonna go this way, and then bring it out this way. Sheila, yes. Hit the like button, for sure. That helps me more than you will ever know. It says to YouTube, hey, the Fixer community wants more people to join the Fixer community. And then YouTube will be like, all right, we're gonna push this out to more people to see if they wanna join in. And that's what the like button does. That same with all my other videos too. So I see those likes going up and I like it. Awesome. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Doing stuff. So I'm gonna get back to doing these windows. Unless you guys want to join me. I could set the camera up and just do a live. Put my calling card here for the next people. However far from now, open this up and they see the Fixer was here. Maybe I'll get a new follower. Yes, share. Sherry says yes. She wants to see some live trimming. Because that's what I'm doing tonight. I got nothing going on, so basically I'm gonna be trimming these windows out. Oh, Jenny, you didn't get a Fixer sticker? What? Jenny, send me your address and I'll send you some swag for sure. Oh, that's right, you got a mug. Yeah, that's so the company that sends that stuff out. Maybe there is a way you can add like something for free in there, because I would definitely do that. But if anybody wants a Fixer sticker, send me your address on Instagram or Facebook, however you want to get it to me, and I will send you out a sticker ASAP. And Georgia Peach, not sure if you're here right now, but I am going to send you one. I've been neglecting that. Sorry about that, but I am planning on sending that out. So, well, it looks like people want to see some trim work done. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to at least do one window. So I'm going to take it from this to this. Why not? Can I get 3 more yeses? Who wants to see it? First, the first thing I do, I got to turn this on. Patrick's a yes. Cheryl's a yes. Patrick's a double yes. Sheila's yes. Tasha's a yes. All right. Everybody wants to see it. Mama Fixer says yes. All right. So this is the camera that I've been catching the time lapse with. I'm just going to roll here. And then basically, you guys are going to be in the time lapse because I'm going to be trimming out this window live. So you're on my phone, and if the phone is in the frame, you're going to be part of the time lapse when it comes out. So that's pretty awesome. I got my stand here, and I'm going to set this up. All right, let's do it. So first thing I want to do is the sill. And I'm going to set you up in this thing. little stand here. Oh, look at that. Oh, don't have to bounce around and get dizzy anymore. You guys are lucky. So one thing that's going to happen is I'm not going to be able to look at the phone, and I'm not going to see your comments or anything. So I will hope that Mrs. Fixer will let me know. Oh, there you go. So she put a comment up there saying that if you have any questions, she'll relay some questions. So here we go. So I'm using 3/4 pine, and first thing I want to do is, so I'm going to trim all this out with 3/4. So I have pieces here that represent the sides of the trim, and I want to hold them away from.
Ian wants to know where your beer is.
Ian wants to know where my beer is. Ian, you don't have to look far to find my beer. Here it is, buddy. Cheers. Virtual cheers. So you hold these 3/4 pieces away, and those represent the sides of the trim. And then this is the casing that I'm doing, colonial casing. You want to make sure this is kind of square, and this doesn't have to be absolutely perfect because you can fudge it at the end, and then hold this at the reveal that you want and make a mark here, and then do the same thing on the other side. Hold that about the same, and mark that. All right, all set with these pieces. Now, I need my tape measure. Where did it go? Now I can take my tape measure and measure those lines. That's 34 1/4. So I want the sill to hang over about a 1/2 inch on each side. And when I say reveal, that means like the space between this window to the trim, or to the 3/4, and then from the 3/4 to between the trim and the 3/4, there's a reveal there, and then the reveal on this end from the sill to the trim, if that makes sense. So what I want to do is hang it over about a 1/2 inch on each side. So I'm going to add an inch to whatever this measurement is. And this measurement is 34 1/4, like I said. So I'm going to cut a piece of pine to 35 1/4, and that'll give me a 1/2 inch overlap on each side. So I got my piece of pine, I'm cut it at 35 1/4. And this is where, in the video, so you can see me screw up and everything, this is where I would cut, but I'm not going to cut video-wise. I'm going to cut this piece, though, and then raise my camera stand up, and again, 35 1/4. Okay, there we go. Nice and steady. We still got people watching. Nobody's dozing off. So first I'll cut a square end. And sorry for the noise. Hey Najud, hopefully I pronounced that right. Patrick's still here. I can see some comments when I look at the phone. And this stuff has like a good side and a bad side. And I think this is the good side, even though that's kind of crappy. I'll try and cut that out. Sherry's still here. Mrs. Bang's still here. Cut this square. And measure 35 1/4. Might have to plug the phone in, depending on how long this takes. Measure 35 1/4. Cut that. piece.
Cheryl wants to know if we can do a video on calibrating the chop saw. Her angles are always off.
Oh, Cheryl, calibrating a chop saw. That does sound like a good video. That's a good idea. Mrs. Fixer, put that in the notebook. Calibrating a chop saw. All right. So now I need to figure out the depth at which I want this sill to be. And I'm going to measure from the actual window to the sheetrock. And that is 3 3/4 strong. And this side is 3 5/8. So the reason that is because I had to straighten this wall out. And you'll be able to see in the time lapse, but this wall was super far out and I had to bump it out, so it's going to be uneven. And that's the tricky part about old houses, because I'd like to just be able to set the fence on the table saw and just rip, the bottom piece, the sides, and the top. But I can't do that. I'm going to have to rip it by hand. So measure as far as I can this way. 3 3/4 strong. I can go 3 3/4 on that. And then this is 3 5/8 shy. So another thing I want to do is add an inch out here, because I want my trim to come down to it and I want to have a nice sill right here. So this 3 3 3/4 strong. I'm going to do 3 3/4, but I want to add an inch. So I want to do 4 3/4. So take your piece of pine, get the good side, if there is such a thing nowadays, and do 4 3/4. And then on this side, are we back? Are we back? You guys still there? I'm back. All right. Stick with me with this buffering thing. It's tough. Move all my things. Okay. So I have my marks. So I'm going to take a straight edge and mark those points. And if this was one measurement, what I would do is just set the fence and just rip that through. However, it is not, so I am going to have to rip this by hand. And this is something that I can't really make a video on, because this is something that's kind of dangerous and something that you learn over, a period of a long time of doing this, because I'm not going to use the fence at all. And I'm just going to rip it by hand, just by using the line and the blade. So again, sorry for the noise. Here we go. That's it. Yeah, Cheryl. So this is one of those do as I say, not as I do kind of things. It's not very safe to not have a guard. I mean, but I've been doing this for a while and I can kind of not cut my fingers off. That's the hope anyways. So now I can take this piece and bring it back over here Here we go. And just make sure that this is the right, that I'm putting this the right way. I think it actually goes like this. Let me see. This is 3 3/4, 4 3/4, and 3 5/8, 4 5/8. So it goes like this. Perfect. So now I can take this piece and hold it about a 1/2 inch over on each of these lines, nice and even on both sides. Take a square and hold it right there where I'm going to cut this. Mark that, and then on this side, do the same thing. And I'm buffering again for some reason. And I'm back. And then I'm going to hold it like this and mark where the sheetrock is. Do the same thing on this side. And this is the hardest part, is the sill. The rest is easier. Mark this side. And then I'll continue those marks with my speed square. Like that. And I'm going to want to cut that and that out. But first, what I want to do is, I actually should have had this opposite like this, because I'm going to router this, but it's fine because this is going to be cocked in anyways. So let's go over here and set this up here. There we go. Oh, Cheryl's got windows to do. Awesome. I hope this helps out. It's kind of tough for me to do a detailed description of what to do live, I guess. I have a lot of screw-ups when I'm actually recording videos. This is totally optional when it comes to sills, because you can do, like I said earlier, a picture frame, and you won't have to worry about doing this kind of stuff. But I'm going to set this up. If I had 6 hands, and attach these clamps. And then I can take my router, and this has a bit on it that's gonna make this a round edge basically. So we'll do this side. Yes, Cheryl, the trick with the square. Little tricks like that you learn over the years to just make things easier. And I'll do this side. time-lapse off. And it's going to look something like this. I'm going to sand this little piece out here, make that nice. But first, I got to cut these pieces out. Use my jigsaw. Okay. Now I'm just gonna.
Picture code says I'm in church watching on mute. This is my project for tomorrow. I can't miss this. Hallelujah.
You're in church right now. That's funny. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I'm just gonna sand this out.
Wants to know a video on how to use the router too, so I wrote it down.
Okay, write that down. Thank you, Mrs. Fixer, on how to use the router. Definitely do that. This router has a setup where it has a plunge mechanism too. I could go over all that stuff. This took me a while to figure it out too. So I'm just gonna sand this line off here. Okay, I can sand that more afterwards if need be. Let's go back over. Whoa! Go back over to the window. Might plug the phone in so the battery doesn't die. And let's see. Let's see how this fits. It's a little tight. Tight's not a bad thing. Let's hang it over about a ½ inch on each side. I'm just going to shave that down just a little bit to make it easier to shim and make level, because that is stuck now. Alright, let me trim that down a little bit. Be right back. BRB. Okay. There you go. Now what I'm going to do is trim this sheetrock because it's holding this sill up a little bit. mess up the fixer sticker. Keep that in there. All right, that looks good. Held over about a ½ inch. Go that way a little bit. I'm gonna trim that too. I'm gonna use the chop saw for that. There we go. That is nice. Okay. So I need a 2-foot level. I'm just going to sit it on here where it's good. So much air. All right, Cheryl, I would love to do more live stuff, and I really appreciate that you're learning stuff. And yeah, so Facebook and Instagram, that's why I always recommend Facebook and Instagram to get a hold of us, because YouTube does not have like a messaging system. So there you go. Huh?
When the air is on, you can't hear anything.
Yeah, when the air is on, you can't hear anything. That's why I wasn't talking. I waited. Oh, no. All right, so I'll nail this down. Here we go, guys. That compressor shouldn't kick on anymore. And I'm just gonna put one here, nice and loose, just in case. Nail that. Okay, that's all you need for the sill. Now I can cut these. Right out of there. Moving on. Awesome. Let's do the sides and the top. Kidding me? Are we good now? Jeez, guys. I'm sorry. This isn't easy. All right. Moving on. Let's do all right, guys. Okay, I'm back. Guys. Okay, I'm closer to the router now. I have to end this live stream. This is annoying. So, my next step is I'm going to get a new phone and see if that helps. And if not, I'm going to have to call the cable company and figure something out. Sure. All right. Bye, everyone. Love you.